Foreign Law Research for the Intellectual Property Research course at Boston College Law School. When you're dealing with the law of a foreign country, you may first need to find out the type of legal system it has. Legal systems are usually divided into common law, with a strong focus on judicial precedent, and civil law, governed by statutes. A smaller number of legal systems are based on religious law, derived from religious texts, and customary law, based on long-standing, often unwritten community traditions. One fun source for finding out what type of legal system a particular country has is JuryGlobe from the University of Ottawa. JuryGlobe provides general information relating to the different legal systems in the world. Let's look at the countries of Central America. Most have civil law systems, but you will see that Belize, which is an English-speaking country, has a common law system, like the US and the UK. Contrast that with this map of the Middle East, where most of the countries have religious law, civil law, or a mixture of both. Check out Yemen, which has a Muslim law system with civil law, common law, and customary law mixed in, and Israel, which has aspects of civil law, common law, Jewish law, and Muslim law in its legal system. One useful source for finding out about the sources of law in another country is the Foreign Law Guide from Brill Publishers. Be sure and access it through our Law Library Databases page so you can authenticate as a user. Even though there is a search box at the top, browsing is the best way to access content of the Foreign Law Guide. Laws by country are broken into 4 alphabetical sections. Having opened the Afghanistan to France list, we can now click on an individual country. Let's look at Algeria. Each country page begins with links to general information on the country's laws, including government and legal system, primary sources, and other materials, as well as a collection of links to laws by subject alphabetically. Let's take Algeria's link for intellectual property. On the right of our screen is the table of contents for this subject, which is divided into intellectual property, copyright, patents, and trademarks and trade names. URLs take the researcher to sources that are available on the web, and other links provide more complete bibliographic information for those sources that may need to be accessed via print. This is not a very easy database to navigate, but at the bottom of each page are links back to the country main page, the subject main page, and the home page of the Foreign Law Guide, which are useful in getting around in this guide. Another useful source for foreign law is the Library of Congress Guide to Law Online Nations of the World. This is a portal of internet sources of interest to legal researchers for 220 nations, territories, and affiliated jurisdictions across all continents. The guide for each country provides links to useful sources, including that country's constitution, documents from all branches of government, legal guides, and general sources when available. Another great resource for finding IP law from other countries is WIPOLEX from the World Intellectual Property Organization. English is one of 6 languages that the site can be navigated in. This free gateway to more than 50,000 legal documents from 200 jurisdictions is divided into 3 searchable collections: IP laws and regulations, IP treaties, and IP judgments. Below the search bar is a browse by jurisdiction link. Here we can select the country's IP laws to browse. As an example, let's look at the IP laws from Algeria. The Algeria landing page divides IP law into main IP laws, implementing rules and regulations, IP-related laws, framework laws, and other texts. Next to the Laws tab is a link for the treaties that Algeria has entered into. If WIPOLEX had judgments from this country, there would be a tab for that as well. There are 7 texts in Algeria's main IP laws. The 7 texts in Algeria's main IP laws contain information on the latest versions of each law, when adopted, and date of publication or entry into force. Use the classification by subject matter to locate the type of IP law you want and click on the title. This page provides more information on the latest version of the law, and also links to the text in a number of languages. In addition to the official Arabic version of this law, there are versions in French, which is often used in Algeria for business, and English. The English offers a choice of PDF and an HTML version. And here we see the content of the Algerian copyright law in English. Some of the more recent laws appear only in the vernacular, but with a Translate with AI button next to the HTML version, allowing for quick translation into whatever language is needed.